You know, that's the most unfair question.
For Janelle, I think that she's frustrated and she's so hurt. And that man that she was married to, she realizes that he's totally different, but she's different too.
Janelle has made it pretty clear to me that she's enjoying her life without me.
I think if we both really sat down, we'd look at each other and say, really? We've been separated for several months.
What? So are you separated?
Yes, we are separated.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday, December 12th, 2022. Who else watched last night's season finale of season 17 of Sister Wives and was like, oh, well, that was boring because at the end we find out through a teaser for next week's tell-all the real tea? Who felt like they spent an hour just watching the family rehash the same old stuff? We did see Janelle make some comments like she felt like she had to pick between her children and Kody, and she didn't really have the energy or the interest in moving forward or really even working on things because it was easier for her to take the easy way out and run. Well, the very end of the episode showed a teaser for next week, which is going to be part 1 of a 3-part tell-all where Kody and Janelle both acknowledge that they are separated. This is the first time the couple is acknowledging their split, and it'll be the first time we hear about what went down. It's I don't know, it's confirmation, real confirmation. Everyone kept saying that they were waiting for confirmation, and this is about as confirmed as you can get when it's coming right from their mouths. Obviously, there's still some naysayers out there who don't like that she didn't use the word divorced, and they believe that this is still all for ratings. Though we'll never be able to prove every single doubter out there wrong, right? So let's dive into today's topic of Janelle and Kody's split and their formal statement. Before we dive into it, can you do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and make sure you turn those notifications on so you know when I go live or with new content loads. And also make sure to leave a comment if you have something to say. Last night was the season 17 season finale, and viewers found themselves in the middle of a, I don't know, rehash of the same problems that the family had been going over and over again. But this time, instead of Christine being a part of the conversation, it was instead the 3 women and Kody. There was 2 separate scenes, one at Meri's house where they were supposed to go over plans that Janelle planned to build on Coyote Pass, and then a second scene which took place at Robyn's, which was supposed to, you know, discuss the holidays and resulted in Kody screaming and yelling and losing his mind, and Janelle just sitting there going, what are you doing? I mean, the amount of grace and fortitude and strength it took for Janelle to not completely lose it on Kody and really lash out right back at him, given everything that he was throwing at her and at Robyn, I was pretty impressed with her ability to hold it together. But it was the very end of the episode where they actually revealed that they were separated. So as last season, there was a 3-part tell-all. During that tell-all is when we found out that Kody and Christine were divorced. It was also in that exact same tell-all that Robyn said that she didn't actually believe that Christine and Kody were divorced because they hadn't really gone through the church and taken the proper steps to get the divorce. This was filmed back in November of 2021 and was months after Christine had already moved away from Kody. Now that we know the timeline and understand that Robyn was like basically lying and throwing a tantrum and being a melodramatic queen, you get to understand how deceptive and deceitful Robyn can be to the cameras. Kody also was trying to act like he was somehow not in agreement with the split and wasn't sure how he felt because, you know, they also didn't go through the church, but He also said that Christine felt they were divorced because, well, she doesn't believe anymore and she's left the faith. Now that we've gone through the entire season and we know by the time that that tell-all was filmed that they were actually being lying then, because it was well and over by then, it'll be interesting to see in a year from now how much deception comes out of this tell-all. And I can tell you there's already a lot of deception piling on right from the beginning. But let's dive into the component of the split. Now, there's going to be a lot discussed in this tell-all. One of the things that Kody's going to try to do is set the stage that the reason why he's really mad at Christine, he has a brand new reason, is because Christine is the reason why Meri and him can't get together anymore. And she threw a fit when he approached Christine, why he would approach Christine, I don't know, about the possibility of a reconciliation between him and Meri.
I'm in this place that I might reconcile with Meri, and Christine lost her that day.
If you're going to reconcile with someone, the last thing I think you have to do is consult one of your other wives. And this, to me, just seems like a strategy that Kody's using to try to pit Meri against Christine and make it seem like Christine is the reason why they didn't get back together, not him. He's going to continue to try to use Kody, anyone but himself, as the real person and the real reason for why their relationship has floundered. So the other thing is that Robyn is going to really stick to this lie and say that she believes wholeheartedly that if Christine hadn't protested, that Kody would have gone through with his plans of reconciliation with Meri.
Do you think if Christine didn't object that Meri and Kody would have gotten back together?
Yeah, because when Kody says and thinks that type of stuff, it usually happens.
Now, for Meri's part, she can't recall anything of the sort, or at least that's how they make it seem in the trailer. And Christine says it's a flat out lie and that she would never do that.
That's a lie. That's not me. I would never do that.
I never knew about that moment with him. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to go with the sense that Kody's already said publicly a million ways from Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday why he's not going to get back with Meri, including her inability to be nice to people, which he uses with everyone, her bad relationships with everyone in the family, which he uses against all his wives, the fact that she brings his burdens to him, the fact that they had a very untenable relationship, the fact that their relationship had lax intimacy, that there was constant headbutting, that he didn't know her, that he felt like he got rushed into something, he felt like she tricked him. There's a million reasons. The fact that she controls things, that she's, a million reasons why he says he doesn't want to be with her. The catfishing thing, the infidelity thing that he claims, the affair. And now this year, suddenly, he's going to pretend like we haven't remembered all of that and actually say that it's Christine's fault. Naturally. But the real juice is not that they're going to bring up this lie and that Kody's going to develop the lie and Robyn is going to co-sign it. The real juice is that Robyn, oh wait, this isn't the real juice. The real juice, well, the semi-real juice is that then Robyn is going to claim that she's not actually the favorite wife and she didn't steal Kody from anyone, but it was rather the wives that gave Kody to her because they didn't want to deal with him and basically just let her have him.
They handed him to me and said, we don't want to spend time with him, basically.
Like, we also didn't watch the last 10 years where Christine was fighting for her marriage and trying to get more attention from Kody. But the real juice came at the very end of the clip where it was revealed that Kody is at a place where, all the relationships in his family just aren't really working. And so why work on something that's broken? I thought he was mad at her about leaving. Anyways, for someone who complains and plays the victim and cries like a baby as much as he does, he then says that Janelle is really enjoying her life away from Kody.
Janelle has made it pretty clear to me that she's enjoying her life without me.
He says that Janelle's really enjoying her life away from him and that she's enjoying the single life. And Christine, for her part, she says that Janelle is just at a place where she looks at Kody today and sees that Kody is not the same person that she married, and that she's also not the same person, but it's not that he's just not the same person. She doesn't recognize him, and she's hurt, and she needed something else. And Janelle, not wanting to go along with the lies, is just flat out and very flat and practical, and says that if they were being honest, which Janelle usually is when it comes to this, they have had problems in their marriage for a very long time. And the fact of the matter is, their relationship had been rather independent for a long time. She spent 18 months basically by herself from COVID, and so she didn't really spend a lot of time with him, and she learned a lot about how to be by herself, and she learned how to stand up for herself and what she needed and didn't need. Now, this wasn't exactly said in that clip. She made those comments throughout this season, in season 17, but she did say they've been separated for months.
I think if we both really sat down, we'd look at each other and say, really, we've been separated for several months.
What?
Yep, she said it. And then Kody admitted they were separated too.
So are you separated?
Yes, we were separated.
Isn't that interesting? So Kody says she's having fun living a super independent life. And Janelle says they're separated. Now, immediately when this clip was released, fans were rushing to my Instagram, my Facebook, all over Sister Wives, and they were like, why is Janelle using the word separated versus divorce? Janelle's already separated with Kody in the past. They're probably just doing this as a way to get back together or to keep the ratings up for next year. Okay, well, I understand the Browns have done things like this in the past. I don't think there would be a lot to go by with that conspiracy because of the evidence that we've seen that they've left all over social media, which included that when Logan got married only a couple months ago, Kody didn't even sit by his wife, Janelle. She sat in the front row next to the kids, some of the kids, and Meri up in the front row. Yeah. And then Kody sat in the back, in the second row behind them across the aisle with Robyn. Meri sat in the front row with Janelle, and then Christine sat right behind on the aisle behind Janelle so that she could film for McKelty, who was pregnant at the time and couldn't attend the wedding. Not to mention, for Thanksgiving, Janelle was in Las Vegas with her kids. Logan and Michelle had the whole family over. And then recently she was just up in Vegas again with Hunter, and they were doing a gingerbreads. She's been spending a lot of time because both boys, Hunter and Logan, now live in Las Vegas. Whether or not she plans to move to Vegas or even to Utah remains to be seen. She still is on the deed of the property at Coyote Pass, but there's a lot of evidence to show, again, that Kody and her are not together. Again, she opened her own business only this last month, which has Kody's name no longer on it. It's her own business in her own name. Kody and Robyn formed their own entertainment company back in May, and they don't have Janelle's name on it. Their split is probably not just a separation, it's more than likely permanent. But they're choosing to use different language. For that, I don't know why, and I can't explain, and I'm not sure. But I highly doubt that this is fake. Janelle is also in business with Christine, and they're doing their Plexus, like multi-level marketing stuff. Some of you also have said it's hard for you, on the one hand, you love them, but on the other hand, you hate their promotion of multi-level marketing companies, which you believe are pyramid schemes. I will say this, that when the Browns filed their lawsuit in Utah against them for their investigation into the bigamy case, they said that the reason why they had to participate in these MLMs is because no brands would work with them due to their involvement in criminal activity of polygamy. Because at the time, polygamy was considered illegal, and it is still a federal crime, most companies do not want to partner with the Browns, and thus they're resorting to these pyramid schemes, as you guys call them, because they're the only brands that will work with them, and it's the only way for them to capitalize on their fame. They don't get brand deals because most brands do not want to be affiliated with people involved in illegal activity, i.e. polygamy. While they've never been charged or convicted of a crime in this world, it's still illegal. So, long story short, Janelle's split from Kody is a long time coming, and I don't think fans are going to be disappointed with this season tell-all. What I think is going to be interesting is what details will be revealed about what the final straw was and what it's going to look like moving forward. What is it going to be like Can you have a show called Sister Wives when there's really only one wife and Meri, who's not even a wife and he doesn't cohabitate with? No, absolutely not. In my opinion, they're already filming season 18, but unless he goes off and gets new wives, there's no way that the show can continue as is unless they do Sister Wives and it's not really about sister wives. It would have to morph into something else altogether because no one's going to just watch a show about Kody and Robyn. I guarantee it. The ratings will go in the toilet. Kody would maybe consider taking a new wife to increase ratings. I don't doubt that. But how many people are interested in a raging narcissist going out to find another victim to become his worker bee wife to help his queen bee live in a mansion? Not me. So Janelle and Kody have officially announced their split, and they are separated. What your thoughts are will interest me if you leave a comment. And are you, like some of them, skeptical about the separation and divorce? Me personally, I believe this split is final. I have no reason to believe they will get back together, and I have no reason to believe that Janelle would make this kind of announcement given how public of a family they are. She has left in the past, but that was way before they were ever famous. This split feels very different to me because she's doing it on a public platform with a lot to lose, like a show, and she's also doing this on a tell-all. You know, she picked her kids, you guys. She picked her kids. So then I say, that's a good mom. And that's made me regain some of the respect that I lost for her earlier this season. Somewhere in Arizona, Kody and Robyn are trying to figure out how they're going to pay their bills. And I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.